Glories to Assemble devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Hitpride.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Ram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shyama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for allowing me to do some services here, Mataji, and all glories to all your wonderful services also, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Anita
Krishna.
Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Harita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my pranam. My pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Glories of all our Acharyas, which will be given by His Grace Jivana GauraHari Prabhu. Do we have introduction, Mataji?
Prabhuji
Hare
is
Krishna,
not on the
Mataji.
call, Mataji. You can.
Hare Krishna, yes. So before moving on to the session, I would like to hand over call to Sundarangi Radha Mataji for giving brief introduction about His Grace Jivana GauraHari Prabhu. So again today we will be having a virtual tour. Very nice. Hare Bol Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Jivana GauraHari Prabhu as our speaker today. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Jivana GauraHari Prabhu was associated with ISKCON for 22 years. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Jagata Swami Guru Maharaj. He is a sector leader for South Chennai zone with more than 25 Bhakti Vrikshas. Every year, he takes hundreds of devotees to Mayapur and Puri. And Prabhuji is proficient in Tamil with his articles getting published regularly in Tamil BTZ magazine. Prabhuji's online Tamil classes on Chaitanya Leela attracts numerous of devotees worldwide. Here was the brief introduction about Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Over to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving such a nice introduction about Prabhuji. Yes, of course, Prabhuji's
Krishna, Prabhu.
services are so glorious. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us your valuable time and association today. And today's topic will be the glories of all Sanatana Goswami, Raghunandan Thakur, and Lokanath Goswami, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Swarup Damodar Goswami, and Shivanand Singh. Very nice. Actually, we are waiting for the tour, Prabhuji. Over to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the assembled devotees who have assembled here to hear about the glorious pastimes of stalwart Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. So we will be starting with the famous stalwart Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya, Sivananda Sen. Shivananda Sen in Krishna Leela, he is Veera Gopi and Duty Gopi, who acts as a messenger to Srimati Radharani. Whoever acts as a messenger to Srimati Radharani and also to Krishna, we all know that how dear, intimate they are to Sri Radha Krishna. So here, these gopis, so the gopis, the 108 gopis, they are very dear to Radha Krishna, and among the 108, the principal gopis, 8 are there. But the messenger gopi, they are still more intimately connected to Sri Radha Krishna because of the divine pastimes. So in that way, we can understand their identity, how they are intimately connected to Sri Radha and Krishna, and how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bringing the glories of their devotional power. And also just by hearing about the transcendental qualities, one also get elevated in the consciousness. So Shivananda Sen, he used to bring every year 200 devotees from Navadip to Puri just by walk, just only by walk. He used to make all arrangements, food, stay, accommodation, everything. Lord Nityananda was very, very pleased, but he wanted to show his mercy in an indirect way. And what he did once, there was a time lagging to get his prasad and stay out of the service which Shivananda Sen rendered all these years. He was very happy, and in the disguise of showing mercy to Shivananda Sen, he actually apparently made his mood very angry, and then he kicked the chest of Shivananda Sen. And prior to that, he was just roaring in anger, "Where is my food? Where is my stay?" And then he cursed that the 3 sons of Shivananda Sen would die. And hearing these statements from Lord Nityananda, Bindumati Gopi in Goloka Vrindavan, who was the wife of Shivananda Sen, she started to lament and cry in tears. And when this message was conveyed by Shivananda Sen's wife to Shivananda Sen told that if it's the desire of Lord Nityananda, let my son die. Why do you want to lament? So such a tremendous faith, devotion he had. But nothing happened. Actually, the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, we all know that how the 33 crore demigods, they are hankering to take it. But here, by forcibly, Lord Nityananda is giving a punch in the chest of Shivananda Sen by keeping his lotus feet dust on his transcendental body. So glorious personality, Shivananda Sen. And we all know that in our Gaudiya Siddhanta, our mood is searching for Krishna. We never say that I have seen Krishna. We have to see Krishna and we have to search for Krishna. That's why Krishna used to dance with the gopis in Maharas, and then he would disappear just to enhance the ecstatic love for Krishna. And this was the perfect mood which was demonstrated by Lord Chaitanya and also the intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya like Shivananda Sen. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had such deep love and affection with his associates. Like Krishna used to play, laugh and joke. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his intimate associates, he would also play, love and joke with his eternal associates. So in that way, Shivananda Sen, he was also actually, this is actually, we can say, why he was taking 200 devotees every year from Navadip to Jagannath Puri. Yeah, he was also acting as a messenger, Viragopi, Duty Gopi, and then making companions to meet. He would fix a spot. Oh, Radhe, you please come here. Then he would convey the, she would convey the message to Krishna, and then she would convey the message to the Gopa Gopis. So in that way, here Lord Jagannath is Shyamasundar, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So in that way, he is connecting the residents of Navadip to Mahaprabhu. So actually, the service is same. Maybe he is a Gopi in Krishna Leela, but here he has taken a male form. That's actually the position of the Acharya. What's the position of Acharya? So many souls, they want to connect to Krishna. And when they are connected to Krishna and when they render devotional service, the spiritual master gets pleased. Because Lord Krishna, he wants unlimited happiness. So he wants unlimited number of devotees to serve him. So in that way, Shivananda Sen, he was also enacting his specific seva of bringing devotees to the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Shivananda Sen, he was residing at Navadip. After Mahaprabhu took sannyas and then he went to Jagannath Puri, we all know that the residents of Navadip, due to constant lamentation, most of the devotees, they shifted their residence from Navadip to other places. But it's actually an arrangement of the Lord that such and such a devotee should go and then disperse them in various parts of Bengal so that they can purify those lands, and with whomever they come in contact, they will inundate with love for Krishna. So here, Sivananda Sen, later, he took up his residence at a place called as Hali Sahar, that is very near to Kancharapara. And this place, Hali Sahar, is also the place of residence of Srivas Pandit, Kumarahata, Hali Sahar, Kancharapara. They are all in very close proximity. Srivas Pandit's Sripat residence, then Sripat of Shivananda Sen, and also Shivananda Sen, he had three sons, Chaitanya Das, Ramadas, and Kavi Karnapur. So the last son, Kavi Karnapur, Guru was Srinath Pandit, and it was also the residence place. So they are all eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya, and they all stayed here. So this is actually actual place of Shivananda Sen, who stayed here, that got changed due to the course of river Ganga. And the personal worshipable deity of Srinath Pandit, Krishna Rai, is being worshipped here. So it's a wonderful place because they are all very, very intimately related to the Sripat residence of these three great stalwart acharyas. 3+3 we can say. Srivas Pandit, Srinath Pandit, Shivananda Sen, and also the three sons of Shivananda Sen, Chaitanya Das, Ramadas, Kavi Karnapur, they all resided here, and also Bindumati Gopi as the wife of Shivananda Sen. They all resided here, and many more associates, they were here. So this is actually the personal worshipable deity of Srinath Pandit. The personal worshipable deity of Shivananda Sen is Gaur Gopal deity, but still those deities which are all mentioned in the scriptures are being still searched. But the deity of Srinath Pandit, Krishna Rai, we are seeing darshan of those deities here, which we can see at Hali Sahar. A wonderful place. And we all know that Veerachandra Prabhu, who is the son of Lord Nityananda, he carved three deities from the stone. One is at Sarampur, Radha Vallabhji. He used to wear a watch, you can see. And also Saiban, in the place called Saiban, there is a Nanda Dulal deity. And in Kardaha, the pastime place of Lord Nityananda and his eternal consort, Shri Radha Shyam Sundar is there. And here actually the worshipable deity of Srinath Pandit, Krishna Rai, is also here. So they are all in very close proximity. That's why actually Gauramandal Bhumi is a Chintamani Dham. Actually, if we go and then wander in those lands with the mood of such great stalwart Vaishnava Acharyas, we can perfectly expect reciprocation from Lord Gauranga and his associates. There is no doubt on that. So powerful and a potent place. So this is actually the front entrance of Hadi Sahar temple, Krishna Rai Mandir. A wonderful architect, we can say. And here we all know that how the great stalwart Vaishnava Acharyas, they inundated because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted Lord Nityananda Prabhu and his associates to inundate pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem in this holy land of Bengal. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was doing that at Jagannath Puri at Odia. So he wanted to spread the moment of Krishna consciousness. And in that way, this is still a wonderful place, beautiful architect, wonderful garden. So Sivananda Sen, once he developed a doubt because in his residence, Narasimhananda Brahmachari, he was offering prasad to the deities. And at the time, he had a feel that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had personally come to partake of the food, but still he had a doubt, but he didn't express his deep inner feeling to other devotees. Later, the next year, when he went to Jagannath Puri and met Lord Chaitanya, understanding the mind of Shivananda Sen, he told, I came personally to your house on this day to accept the Bhoga offering given by Narasimhananda Brahmachari. Then immediately he got cleared. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had personally come to my residence to partake the Bhoga offering of Narasimhananda Brahmachari. So similarly, there is a place when you go from Mayapur to airport, there is a place called as Pyariganj. It's on the route only. So in the place called as Pyariganj, Nakula Brahmachari, he was residing there. We all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, either he can manifest his mercy personally, directly, or through empowered personality, or through his divine appearance. So there was a talk among the devotees that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has entered into the body of Nakula Brahmachari. So it has to be tested now. But actually, it's not real testing. It's actually only the deep bond connection. So purposefully, Shivananda Sen, he thought that let me hide near the residence of Nakula Brahmachari. And when he identify myself and says my Ishta Devata mantra, then I would accept that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is residing in the body of Nakula Brahmachari. And similarly, Shivananda Sen, he was just sitting outside, he was hiding himself. Then Nakula Brahmachari called, oh, Shivananda, I know where you are hiding, and your Ishtadeva mantra is so and so. Because the Gayatri mantra should not be revealed outside in public, but still, Nakula Brahmachari uttered his Ishtadeva mantra, then immediately he understood that, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is residing here. So such deep pastimes also happened here. So we can understand from these pastimes how Shivananda Sen is closely and intimately connected to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very fond of all devotees, especially the Gaudiya devotees, who used to come every year and then stay in Jagannath Puri for 4 months during the Chaturmasya period and also during the Radayatra period. And at that time, we all know the famous pastime where Shivananda Sen, he was very concerned about the dog. Once, because the dog was following them, and he even paid extra fare to the boatman to carry the dog. And when the dog was missing, he fasted. And when the next day, when they came to Jagannath Puri, and when they were having darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they could see the very same dog sitting in front of Mahaprabhu. And when Mahaprabhu threw the coconut pulp, it was eating. The dog had 3 benediction, we can say, because of the mercy received from Shivananda Sen. That's why actually, whenever there is some grace from the lotus eyes of a divine personality. So the dog could visualize the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Personally, it was eating the remnant, the Uchishta of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was coming from his hand. And it was also singing the holy name, Krishna, Rama, Govinda. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after throwing coconut pulp, he used to say, chant Krishna, chant Krishna, chant Krishna. Mahaprabhu can do anything. There is no doubt on that. So actually, the dog was chanting Krishna's holy name. And we all know that the next day the dog disappeared and everyone came to the conclusion that it has got the spiritual body. But how did it come in contact with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Only by the grace of Shivananda Sen. He was taking care. And actually, Shivananda Sen, after seeing the dog sitting in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was actually feeling guilt that he couldn't take proper care of the dog, and actually he offered Dandavat pranams to the dog because he was seeing dog as the eternal associate of Mahaprabhu because it came in close contact. That's why actually the mood should be like whenever we see devotees, we should see them that they are very close and intimately connected to the Supreme Lord. In that way, we can develop the mood of Vrindavan. If we develop the mood of aversion, then actually we cannot get a taste in Krishna consciousness. So we should always see that these devotees are glorious, exalted, and they are very dear associates of Mahaprabhu and Krishna. And in that way, actually, we can feel the atmosphere of Vrindavan wherever we are. And the lesson which we can learn from Shivananda Sen is that he utilized all his property in the service of Hari Guru Vaishnava. So actually, Shivananda Sen, he personally sponsored for 200 devotees. He didn't collect any donation. It was his personal seva for feeding the Vaishnavas and also for the stay. So that's why actually he could get, that's why actually when we facilitate devotees in the spiritual advancement, the reciprocation will be instant. There is no doubt on that. And he used to have a lot of Sankirtan, Shivananda Sen. So when they start from Navadip, they used to put a halt at Shantipur. They used to stay at the house of Advaita Acharya. Wherever Shivananda Sen used to stay, there will be a Nama Sankirtan whole through the night. And actually, Nama Sankirtan is the ras. That's the ecstasy. That's actually the mercy Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. Sometimes people used to ask what Lord has given. Lord has given the highest treasure, the holy name. But the only thing is that actually we are not able to relish that. But if a person could relish, he will naturally come to the conclusion that there is no higher treasure than the holy name. And these personalities have all descended to this earthly planet only to distribute such holy name. What's the purpose of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu to appear here? And Nityananda Prabhu, just by placing his lotus feet on the chest of Shivananda Sen, he is conveying the message. All of you, please take shelter at the lotus feet of Shivananda Sen because my mercy is completely embodied in his form. So much service, the service Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda, they were pleased. And apart from that, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was staying at Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Das, the first son of Shivananda Sen, he used to invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house for lunch prasad. And he would keep curd, lemon, ginger, salt. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say that this boy, Chaitanya Das, he has understood my mind. And he used to embrace, and then he used to intimately deal and connect with Chaitanya Das. Then he asked, what's the purpose that you have kept his name as Chaitanya Das? Then Shivananda Sen used to reply that it was an instinct which I got from within my heart. And this is Hali Sahar, actually Kavi Karnapur Guru Srinath Pandit. He resided here and he worshipped such deities here. And near to Hali Sahar is the Kumarahatta, the birthplace of Ishwarapuri. So they are all, see, we can see the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ishwara Puri, all residing here. Kumarahatta, Halisahar, Kancharapara. They're all very, very near, just a 2 kilometers radius only. And this is a Chaitanya Doba. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honored the sand in the birthplace of Ishwara Puri. And the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take sand and then it became a pond. So, whoever comes in the orbit of devotees and also the Supreme Lord, they have an auspicious destination. There is no doubt on that. So that's why actually somehow or other, whoever gets attracted to Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission, they are most fortunate. There is actually it is incomprehensible what is their good fortune. So the last son of Shivananda Sen, Kavi Karnapur, he was initially called as a Paramananda Das, and then when Bintumati Gopi, as wife of Shivananda Sen took their third children and then approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Suddenly, actually, the child fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was just gazing at the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus foot. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately allowed Kavi Karnapur to suck his toe. And then, due to the mercy, he became a great poet. His songs are also wonderful, beautiful. Just actually, if he keeps a ink pen, he can write verses about the glorious mercy and transcendental pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's why actually he could, his contribution is small, but his important contribution in Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition is his famous book, GauraHari Deepika, in which he mentions about the personalities in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela and what is their personality in Krishna Leela. Because he used to consult with his father, Shivananda Sen. Father, Papa, who is such personality in Krishna Leela? And we all know that Shivananda Sen, being the messenger, he all know the personality and also the mood of those person also. Then actually he has written those lists at in GauraHari Deepika. But Kavi Karnapur, he didn't mention what is his identity in Krishna Leela, but in another book called Vaishnava Achara Darpan, Kavi Karnapur's identity in Krishna Leela is mentioned as a Gunachuda Shaki in Krishna Leela. So he is also a Shaki. So like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he identified the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, but actually he wanted to give credit to Jagannath Das Babaji and he reaffirmed what is the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Yogapith. So like that actually he is also the Gunachuda Shaki, Kavi Karnapur. He also knows the personality, but still he just confirmed with his father, and in that way it becomes more authentic. GauraHari Deepika. So such are the glorious pastimes of Shivananda Sen and also his dear wife and also his dear three sons, Chaitanya Das, Ramadas and Kavi Karnapur. So intimately related to Mahaprabhu. Because actually we all know that actually arranging picnic yatra, actually so much patience, perseverance and humility should be there. So Shivananda Sen was personified of all these good divine qualities, and he could win the heart of Lord Chaitanya, especially Lord Nityananda. And that's why whoever is favored by Lord Nityananda, they can control their mind and senses easily without much strenuous effort. There is no doubt on that. So in that way, we all know that how these stalwart devotees, when they used to come at Jagannath Puri, they had a nice pastime with the Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan dance, seeing darshan of Lord Jagannath and also all the devotees, and then doing kirtan. In that way, they were enhancing the devotional mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they were floating in the ocean of ecstasy. Actually, detachment is one aspect. Attachment to Krishna, attachment to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then floating in ecstasy is in the highest form. That's why a sadhaka, when he does devotional service and when he progresses, he can have darshan of the Lord at the stage of Bhava Bhakti. Can have darshan of Lord and then disappears. Darshan of Lord disappears. But in Prema Bhakti, constant absorption and constant darshan he has. Even if the Supreme Lord is not present before them, since they are completely absorbed in Krishna Prem, whatever they see the form of Krishna, the form of Mahaprabhu. That is Krishna Prem and the Gaura Prem. So that's the speciality, because if a person is absorbed in Krishna Prem, Gaura Prem, even if Krishna is present before them or not present, they can always visualize the form of Krishna. So they were actually, their devotional ecstasy was increased many thousandfold times in the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. So for this experience only, every year they used to go there, because they wouldn't miss a single year Radha Yatra festival, and especially the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We search for association when we got love and devotion, proper care. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he properly cared for all the devotees, and he can properly take care of unlimited jivas. But in material world, even in family life, even one-to-one, very difficult that they are not able to understand my mind and my intention. So many grievances come. But it's not in the case of Mahaprabhu or in the case of Krishna. The reciprocation is unlimited, and they want unlimited number of jivas to participate in the pastimes, and in that way, actually, they were converting many atheistic, materialistic people into Krishna consciousness, and that's why they were recipient of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda's mercy. So very, very intimately related to Shri Radha Krishna, the Duty Gopi and Vira Gopi. So whatever, especially the messenger means whatever request they give to Radha Krishna, it is fully sanctioned. There is no doubt on that. So just by hearing, appreciating, and also their love, a deep bond, a deep connection, and how they properly took care of all the devotees, it's really inspiring. And if we keep ourselves constantly absorbed in such katha, then one day, by their mercy, we can also see Krishna face to face by their mercy. There is no doubt on that. So next we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Raghunandan Thakur. Raghunandan Thakur, he lived at the famous place called as Srikanda. Srikanda is the place where Narahari Sarkar, Mukunda Das, and Srinivasa Acharya, and also Raghunandan Thakur, they all appeared here. They are famous for their Gaura Kirtan. And in Jagannath Puri, we all know that there were 7 groups of Kirtaniyas, and this Srikanda Vasis, they used to sing the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whenever he passes through that group, he used to say that chant and glorify Lord Krishna. But they don't bother. They just simply chant the glorious name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was internally happy, but externally he used to show some sort of disappointment. But they didn't bother. They were fixed in their devotional service to Lord Chaitanya. So Raghunandan Thakur in Krishna Leela, he is a Kandarpa Manjari. Manjaris, we all know that they are constant companions of the gopis. And in Dwaraka also, he is also considered to be the son of Krishna, known as Kandarpa, a combined form. So we all know that in the pastimes of Raghunandan Thakur, his father was Mukunda Das. And he was a physician. And Mukunda Das, once when he went out, he gave the service of offering bhoga to the Gopinath deity at the hands of Raghunandan Thakur. So you take care of the deity. So I am out of this place for a few days and I will come back. So then Raghunandan Thakur, we all know that how intimately he is related to Krishna. One is actually in Dwaraka, he is also the son of Krishna. So he had the affection. If a son says to father, eat, 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 then naturally the father will eat. And he is also the Kandarpa Manjari. We can say Kandarpa Manjari is so sweet and attractive. All Manjaris are attractive, but Kandarpa, some flavor of attraction is still more. So when he offered, we all know that this laddu or whatever may be the coconut sweet to the Gopinath deity, then the Gopinath deity, he was, we all know that he can act through any of the senses. He was eating through the eyes, but here actually Raghunandan Thakur insisted that he should take personally, like a person takes prasad in his two hands. So then actually with his conquest of love, the deity started to eat. And when he came out, we all know that actually the plate was empty and this message was reported by his mother to his father, Mukunda Das. And Mukunda Das wanted to test and then he was hiding. And then he could see actually when again there was a constant request from Raghunandan Thakur for the deity to partake the bhoga. He was eating, and when he entered in behind the pillar, then the deity, he didn't eat further, but he was just holding half-eaten laddu. Then he became so mesmerized. Who? Mukunda Das. So he was saying that actually you are my father and I am your son. So this statement was also given by the son of Advaita Acharya, Achyuta, because actually one sannyasi came to the house of Advaita Acharya asking who is the spiritual, who is the sannyasa guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya mentioned Keshava Bharati, but immediately the little child came running, say that he is Lord of the universe. So how can Keshava Bharati become the sannyasa guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Then immediately Advaita Acharya also hugged his son Achyuta, saying that I am actually your son, you are my father. So whoever gives the seed of Krishna Bhakti, they are considered to be the actual father. So in that way, we all know that how Mukunda Das, his father, he used to work as a physician under the king, Nawab. And whenever there is actually peacock feather being shown, then he immediately, just by seeing peacock feather, he would faint. That's actually, we can realize how they are deeply and intimately connected to Krishna. Because actually, when a person hears the holy name or even the sloka or any form, any color related to the Lord, actually they should faint and unconscious. Actually, a person who is in the Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti, it is actually very difficult for them to preach because it is all experience of emotions. It's very difficult to hide those emotions and preach. So it's actually a great service, but it has to be personally experienced. So here Mukunda Das had so much love and affection, his entire family member. And this is actually the courtyard of Narahari Sarkar, who was also the residence of Sri Khanda. When Lord Nityananda came here in the mood of Lord Balaram, he asked for Varuni, 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 honey, honey, honey. Then he don't know, because we all know that Balaram used to drink honey, pots and pots. Then immediately came beside his house and there was a big pond. Then the pond water became honey, and then he fetched many pots of honey to Lord Nityananda. He was very happy. So in that way, actually, Narahari Sarkar, he also satisfied Lord Nityananda's mood of drinking honey. So such beautiful pastimes also happened here. And here, Raghunandan Thakur, he also actually had a Nama Sankirtan dance with the Kanai Thakur, and then we all know that what they call the lotus feet, the ornament in the lotus feet, it actually fell far from here to another place called as Akai Hut. And actually, hearing about the glories of Raghunandan Thakur, Abhiram Das Thakur came here to personally test these great personalities. And we all know that Raghunandan Thakur, he all had the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because whenever Abhiram Das Thakur used to offer his Dandavat Pranam, if it's not a deity, then they will burst into pieces, whether the person is ordinary or whether the salagram is not real, they will burst into pieces. So in that way, actually, Raghunandan Thakur was hidden by his father, Mukunda Das. Anyhow, actually nothing happened. So it indicates that how Raghunandan Thakur was also very closely and intimately related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. And now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Lokanath Goswami. So the birthplace of Lokanath Goswami is Talakari, which is at the present day Bangladesh. So these places are being renovated here. For Guru Bhakti, we all know that how the songs of Narottam Das Thakur have penetrated deep into the hearts of all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So the birthplace of Narottam Das Thakur, Keturi, is also nearby. Talakari, it is in Jessore district of Bangladesh. So we also had a chance to go to those places. It's a remote village. And there is also a nice Namahatta there, where devotees were nicely feeded. It was a small place. I think a small Namahatta is being built there. And the heart of, we can say, the Dambasis of Talakari, it is very, very big. They made sumptuous prasad. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we used to read how Mahaprabhu would be served by Sita Thakurani and also by other stalwart devotees with love and affection. So in that flavor of those Bengali dishes, it was nicely served. And it was a nice time, Talakari, because actually Lokanath Goswami, we all know that he didn't want to accept any disciple. He then later shifted his residence to Navadip, and till Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was just as a constant companion. He actually wanted to stay at Navadip Dham, but on the instruction of Mahaprabhu, he told Lokanath Goswami, no, you should go to Vrindavan, and I am non-different from there, and you will get my association in different forms. Actually, he mentioned that through Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, you can get a nice association of such stalwart devotees. And that's why Lokanath Goswami, he couldn't spend much time here, but on the order of Mahaprabhu, he shifted to Vrindavan. And we all know that actually Vrindavan is a place where actually during that time it was completely deserted due to the attack of the Mughal Empire, especially Aurangzeb. But still, he was having a nice transcendental realization at the holy Dham of Vrindavan. Now actually, a small, can say, Bhajan Kutir is being built here. This is the exact place of Lokanath Goswami. And also there is an ashram. And Lokanath Goswami, if we go through the 12 forest of Vrindavan, there is one forest called as Kadiravan. Kadiravan is the place where actually Lord Krishna killed the Asura in the form of a crane, Bakasura. And there is also a Kund called as Yugala Kund or Krishna Kund. And here actually Bakasura came and he was supposed to swallow Krishna within his beak. And then the associates of Krishna, they started to cry out of deep love and affection to Krishna, and also sending a message, somehow Krishna should be saved. Kayora, 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 like that. Kayora, Kayora, Kayora means like he is swallowing, swallowing, swallowing in Brajabasi language. Because they couldn't digest that how Krishna could be swallowed by Bakasura. Such pastimes happened here. So in this bank of Kishori Kund, Lokanath Goswami, we can say the deity of Radha Vinoda manifested before him to accept his service. So Lokanath Goswami, he used to take the deity hanging around his neck, and then he used to keep the deity in the bark hole of the tree, and then hanging beneath the branches of the tree, and then he used to bath in Ganga. So very, very personal worshipable deity. So here also there is still Radha Vinodji. But actual original Radha Vinodji, we all know that got shifted to Jaipur. So the right hand side deity which we are taking darshan is actually Radha Vinodji deity, which is actually the original deity worshipped by Lokanath Goswami. And here Pratibhu deities are being kept, but there is no difference between Pratibhu and the original deity. And it was a personal love, deep bond and connection. So you can say in one way, we have to some way or other establish a personal relationship with the Krishna. And Krishna is there to reciprocate. And here actually, Krishna in the form of Sri Radha Vinodji, he accepted the personal service of Lokanath Goswami. And we all know that how Lokanath Goswami, he refused to give initiation to Narottam Das Thakur. And after seeing his Kunja being cleaned every day, he hid himself and found Narottam Das Thakur was personally cleaning that area. And then he caught him red-handed, but still he kindly requested to be initiated. So, but Lokanath Goswami said, what is the purpose of you to get initiated? Already Lord Chaitanya, he has given Krishna Prem and he kept the treasure at the river of Padma, and you have already attained the prema stage. So what is the necessity for you to get initiated? But he was adamant that I need to get initiated. How can I attain Krishna? But anyhow, in order to set an example that the initiation and the role of the spiritual master is very, very important, because in whatever devotional progress we make, at every step, the mercy of the spiritual master is a key element. So we cannot say that I have advanced on my own. No, no, no. Actually, we are the endeavor should be there, but at the same time, only by the mercy of the spiritual master, one can attain to the stage of Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. And we all know that how Lokanath Goswami and Narottam Das Thakur, they were intimately connected. And especially Narottam Das Thakur showing how one should devotedly serve as a spiritual master. Okay. So now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Swarup Damodar Goswami. Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, they are very intimate devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Because one is Lalita Shaki, the other one is Vishaka Shaki. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was staying at Gambhira, especially during the last 18 years and especially during the last 12 years, he was hearing Bhagavat Katha from Gadadhara Pandit, and he used to hear Kirtan from Swarup Damodar. He had a very sweet voice. And that's why during Radha Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to recite a verse, Madana Dahane Juri Geno. So it actually reflects the mood of Srimati Radharani, which she was expressing at Kurukshetra and then wanted to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. And the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was completely understood by Sarup Damodar Goswami. That's why actually, because he wanted to experience the emotions of Srimati Radharani, knowing the intention and mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai, and Sarup Damodar, they used to sing the songs of Vidyapati, Chandidas, Bilamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita, Gita Govinda, and Ramananda Roy's poetry like that. So it was actually a perfect nourishment, because like how during the separation mode, Lalita, Vishaka, Shaki, they used to put inputs in enhancing the devotional sentiments much more deeper uh, to increase the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani. And they were perfectly doing those seva. And that's why whenever many people used to write poetry and then they wanted to read it in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to proofread it. When there is Asabhash, he used to correct those things. So this Lalita Shaki and Vishaka Shaki, we all know that they appeared as Ramananda Rai and also Sarup Damodar Goswami. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had 3.5 intimate associates. One is Ramananda Rai, the second one is Sarup Damodar, the third one is Shiki Mahati, the fourth one is Shiki Mahati's the daughter, Shiki Mahati's sister Madhavi. So it's a 3.5, actually it's 4 devotees. Shiki Mahati's sister Madhavi means you can connect with Junior Haridas. So when Junior Haridas, he was begging for rice at the house of Madhavi Mataji, and then after that, Junior Haridas, he gave that rice to Bhagavan Acharya, and then it was cooked, and then when it was served to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked who brought the rice. And then it was mentioned that Junior Haridas. Then immediately he started to reject Junior Haridas. Why? Because of the lusty glance, not directly glancing at Madhavi Mataji. Prabhupada mentions that there was a young girl who was there at the house of Madhavi Mataji. He glanced at the young girl, but Mahaprabhu could understand because those vibrations were carried through those rice items. So anyhow, it's a lesson. But Sarup Damodar, being an intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, he know actually the devotional sentiment. So the key lesson which we can learn is that generally people go to temples to ask for so and so material benediction, and that too on a demand basis, or at least putting a business deal like they do at the Tirupati Balaji temple. But here actually Lord also is in need, he is in want. He descended here to experience the mood of Srimati Radharani. So actually he is in want, he is in mood. So what he needs, Sarup Damodar was doing that. Generally when spiritual master comes, we used to run, oh Gurudev, please bless me. Yeah, the blessing is certainly there. But when he is having suitcase or bringing any item, we should immediately take this suitcase and also the luggage and then keep it there. That's the actually immediate service is there. Not that actually I need seva and I need blessings. Immediately what we need. So that is actually a key ingredient in developing a devotional mood and sentiment. So the Supreme Lord is also in need. See, for Sarup Damodar Goswami, actually, since he is a very constant companion, he knows the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually, he was giving those ingredients. But for us, for sadhakas, yeah, Krishna wants unlimited jivas to participate in his eternal pastime. So if he can make some effort in order to please the Supreme Lord and also the entire Guru Parampara, the Lord gets pleased. So that's the key element, rather than, because generally whenever there is mental depression comes only to a person who has a selfish motive. Whenever a devotee never thinks himself neither to be the doer or the enjoyer, but always acts to give pleasure for the Supreme Lord, actually all these mental depressions will be kicked out. There is no doubt on that. So, during this Radha Yatra, Swarup Damodar, he could understand perfectly the devotional sentiments of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in that way, actually, Mahaprabhu was enjoying the companionship of Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Swarup Damodar Goswami ki jai. So he was you can say he was in the renounced order. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami, the famous stalwart devotee from South India, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to South India. These famous three temples, the Tirupati, Srirangam, and Kanchipuram. Tirupati being a hill station is very cool. And here at Srirangam Ranganath temple, it's surrounded by Kaveri river. It's also a cooling place. Kanchipuram, we don't have such rivers. So that's why actually the Chamara Seva happens at Kanchi Varadaraj temple. Anyhow, here actually, this is actually the residence place of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, where still actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal worshipable deity is being kept here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at Sri Rangam for 4 months, and then he did a Nama Sankirtan, and actually the people were mesmerized. He was like a moving golden mountain, and even the people who were chanting Narayana, Vishnu, they were attracted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could even elevate the consciousness of the reputed Vaishnava Sampradaya known as the famous Sri Sampradaya, who are specifically devoted to Lord Ranganathji, who is non-different from Krishna. He gave Krishna consciousness, made them everyone to chant. Everyone had deep love, affection. And then he stayed at the house of Venkata Bhatta, and then the son of Venkata Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he had the nice opportunity to associate with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He heard many devotional lectures. He was very obedient. He was serving him. And then Mahaprabhu gave a final instruction that till your father and mother, they are alive, serve them nicely. And when they disappear, you please come to Vrindavan, where you will be received by Srila Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. And then actually there is still the deity of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi, because the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu couldn't feel the mood of separation from Jagannath, because he was seeing Jagannath as a Shyam Sundar, because he was having the mood of Srimati Radharani. So even when he was at Ranganathji, actually he was worshipping the mood, but still anyhow, the deity is the mood of even Ranganathji, Baladev, Subhadra Devi. Sometimes when we see in foreign countries, Radha Krishna, they used to decorate the deity in a Christmas way. I like that here, the Sri Sampradaya tradition, way of decorating with cloths and ornaments also can be seen there. That reflection is there. So Gopala Bhatta Goswami, so he was staying at Sri Rangam, and then he was having constant association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The only one question which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked in a joking, humorous way to Venkata Bhatta is that, why is Lakshmi behind Krishna? Then Venkata Bhatta answered that, no. Narayana and Krishna are same personality. So even if Lakshmi Devi runs behind Krishna, she is not losing her chastity. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, everyone did penance and austerity. Even the Upanishads, they had performed austerity for many thousands of years, and they could enter into the deep pastimes of Krishna. But Lakshmi Devi couldn't. Why? And he himself answered that because she retained the position of Lakshmi Devi, the opulence and power. But for Krishna, it's actually the sweetness and the beauty. So that's why one has to following in the footsteps of Rajavasi. That's why one disciple asked Prabhupada how to identify Vrajavasi. Because in Nectar of Devotion, it is often stressed that actually if we want to attain Bhava Bhakti or Prema Bhakti, we have to follow, or Raganuga Bhakti, we have to follow in the footsteps of a Vrajavasi. And Prabhupada said that I am that Vrajavasi, because he has given all the instructions. So we are very fortunate to have such a glorious spiritual master, the founder of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So then Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he shifted his residence from Sri Rangam to Vrindavan, where he was nicely received. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami is none other than Guna Manjari in Krishna Leela. Actually, most of the associates appeared there at East Bengal, West Bengal, Odia. For South India, Mahaprabhu is so merciful. So Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he appeared there. But he traveled on the pretext of going to many holy pilgrimage places, but he was very keen to take association of such devotees. And in that way, there were many pastimes happened there at Sri Rangam. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he was completely devoted to Mahaprabhu's movement. And then he was well received by Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. And when this message was conveyed by Rupa Goswami to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri, that Gopala Bhatta Goswami has arrived to Vrindavan, and to the messenger, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his kopin cloth and also the external garment as a gift. It's so auspicious. Generally, the spiritual master gives such intimate cloths to those with whom they are pleased, or it's their own mercy, we can say. Then he was inspired, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, to travel to Nepal. And then in Gandagi River, when he was taking bath, you all know that he took 12 salagram sila, and 1 salagram sila, which is the Damodar sila, actually manifested Swayambhu as Shri Radha Raman, because actually it was the desire of Gopala Bhatta Goswami to decorate and with ornaments and also with the cloths. So perfect reciprocation. So immediately he called all his stalwart associates, Rupa, Sanatana Goswami, they all assembled there, and then they gave their mercy. And then Sanatana Goswami gave the name Shri Radha Ramanji, and then there was a great festival. So we can see that actually here, the Supreme Lord, he is manifesting due to the devotion in the heart of the devotees. And we also know that how by the devotion, the temple is also built. The temple is actually not built with bricks and stones. The temple is actually built with the devotion. So the Supreme Lord manifested through the devotion in their heart, and it is the desire that they are in the renounced order, but still we all know that if the Lord wants to construct a temple for himself, he makes arrangement and he makes sure that actually it is happening through his stalwart devotee. So much affection, love he has. So Shri Radha Ramanji, wonderful, beautiful deity, stylish deity, though actually Radharani is not there nearby. Anyhow, the mood of being Radharani standing next to Krishna is being felt, and in that way they are being worshipped. And Krishna is never separated from Srimati Radharani. There is no doubt on that. They are one personality, but for pastime they have split into 2 forms. And this is the Samadhi Mandir of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and especially the deity worship, because actually Prabhupada used to say that we have to learn many lessons from the deity worship of Shri Radha Raman temple. The standard is excellent, great, and many inputs the deity worship ministry in our movement. They have taken many principles from Shri Radha Raman, and when a person takes darshan of Shri Radha Raman, it means that he is taking complete darshan of Radha Madan Mohan, Govindji, and Gopinathji. So in that way, Guna Manjari, how actually Radha Krishna reciprocated to them. We can also see how intimate and deeply connected they are. And his stalwart disciple is Srinivasa Acharya, Jajigram. This is Chakundi, the birthplace of Srinivasa Acharya, and also the worshipable deity of Srinivasa Acharya. Gaurnita in dancing posture. So in that way, we can know that how these stalwart devotees in their eternal identity, they are very intimately related to Sri Radha Krishna, and especially about Satkriya Sara Deepika. It's the Grantha written by Rupa Goswami on many, we can say, like birth ceremony, the Upanayana, the Diksha ceremony, the marriage ceremony, and the funeral rites. All those rituals, ceremonies, how one should perfectly execute is being written by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Now we'll be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami is the Sambandha Acharya. So for neophytes to establish personal relationship with Krishna, we have to take shelter of Sanatana Goswami. So when these two great personalities, Rupa Sanatan, they were residing at Ramakkeli, which is the border of Bangladesh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there. And actually, Rupa Sanatan, they were introduced to Lord Chaitanya by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So the Sambandha Acharya Sanatana Goswami and also the Abhidaya Acharya Rupa Goswami, they were introduced to Lord Chaitanya only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And also the Prayojana Acharya Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he was introduced to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. We all know that in Panihati festival, Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda called Raghunatha Dasa Goswami as a thief. Why? Because when Mahaprabhu, after he took sannyas at Katwa, when he came to Shantipur, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was the first Goswami to take darshan of Mahaprabhu. But he approached Mahaprabhu without the mercy of Lord Nityananda. That's why actually, in spite of his severe effort of escaping from the home, he was caught back and he couldn't escape from the clutches. After he got mercy of Lord Nityananda to Panihati, when he kept his lotus feet on his head, and then in the name of chastisement, he gave the service of feeding all the Vaishnavas. Then actually, after getting blessings of Lord Nityananda, he could take the permanent association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, can know that actually the Sambandha Acharya, Prayojana Acharya, Abhidaya Acharya, they were introduced to Lord Chaitanya only by Lord Nityananda, and also Chaitanya Charitamrita was written only by the order of Lord Nityananda to Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami to move himself from Bengal to Vrindavan. There he heard all such pastimes from the lotus mouth of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and Vrindavan Das Thakur, being the last disciple of Nityananda, he wrote Chaitanya Bhagavata. Anyhow, we can approach Lord Chaitanya only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. That's the key thing which we have to learn. And Sanatana Goswami, after taking darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he lost interest, the natural detachment. They were already detached only. But anyhow, he didn't go to work for the Nawab Hussain emperor. So he came to his house to personally check, and here actually he was reading Bhagavat with the Brahmana priest. He was very angry, and then he was prisoned. We all know that they were ministers, so they had a sharp brain intelligence. So Rupa Goswami already actually, he divided many wells in many places, giving 50% in charity to the Vaishnavas, 25% to the relatives, 25% they kept for personal emergency expense. He actually kept 10,000 gold coin for the safety of Sanatana Goswami, and he also kept some thousands of gold coin for his own personal emergency expense. So these are all, Prabhupada used to mention that these are all the principles which we have to imbibe. And this is actually Prem Bhag. Prem Bhag is actually the Sri part of Kumaradev. Kumaradev, parents of Rupa Sanatan, they all stayed here. It was a nice garden. It's a nice garden. So now actually, like a little Namahata, they have constructed a place, but it's a wonderful garden where Rupa Sanatan stayed here. And then later they moved to Ramakeli because at the time Ramakeli became the capital of Bengal. But this place, Premabag, is at Bangladesh, not in India. And there is actually a beautiful lake surrounding that place also, Prembag. Prembag means Prembag, one who can get pure love for Krishna. A beautiful Namahata is also there. And also Rupa Sanatan Murti, along with their personal worshipable deity of Gaurneta, is being kept there at the Prembag. And one goes to Bangladesh, they can have nice darshan of these holy places. And it's also one of the biggest temple at Bangladesh. There was a festival there. When we went, 100 devotees were there, and 100 police personnel were sent by Bangladesh government. For each one devotee, there was a police personnel having AK-47. So much reception, so much love. So this is Ramakeli. Actually, Rupa Sanatan, they came here, they stayed here. This is Keli Kadamba tree, under which actually Mahaprabhu gave darshan to Rupa Sanatan under this tree. This is actually entrance of the temple. Mahaprabhu gave darshan, and that's why actually Mahaprabhu's murti and also his lotus footprint is being kept under this tree. Ramakeli, nice place. I think now some 5 acres of land has been purchased, and then some big project is coming up. And also the personal worshipable deity of Rupa Sanatan Goswami. They are all kept there. So mesmerizing deities. That's Sri part. And also how actually Sanatan Goswami escaped from the prison. You all know how Sanatan Goswami made a great plan to escape from the prison to attain the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. And since actually Rupa Sanatan, they were here, Radhakund, Shyamakund manifested here. So there are many Radhakund, Shyamakund manifested, we can say. And here at Ramakeli, there is one Radhakund and Shyamakund. Because they were Manjaris, so naturally they are so intimately connected to Radha Krishna, naturally they got manifested. And this is actually exactly the prison house where Sanatan Goswami was arrested and put in prison by Nawab Hussain Shah. Big prison. It's a few kilometers from Ramakeli. This is actually one side of the entrance. And there is actually, this is called as Gaurakund. Whoever takes bath here, they will get Gauraprem, big lake. So Ramakeli, whoever visits, they will get pure love for Mahaprabhu, Gauraprem. So merciful. If one gets Gauraprem, naturally Krishna Prem is also bestowed. Like one who takes bath at Gaurakund at Yogapit, he also gets Gauraprem. And it's a long story. You all know that how Sanatan Goswami bribed the prisoner and then he came out. And then on the way, actually, he met Lord Chaitanya at Varanasi at the house of Chandrasekhara Vaidya. And then 2 months, Lord Chaitanya instructed him about the various philosophies. And Hari Bhakti Vilas is written based on that. And we all know that actually in Vrindavan, you would have heard about the glorious pastimes of Rupa Goswami chastising Jiva Goswami, because when a great scholar like Rupa Narayan came there was a debate, and then Jiva Goswami tried to establish his scholarship, but Rupa Goswami was not very happy, and then he told, you are having so much pride, you don't have any qualification to reside at Vrindavan, go out of Vrindavan. In the border of Vrindavan, there is a place called as the Nandaghat, Painugram. And actually, this is actually the Guha cave where actually Jiva Goswami resided. So in the first photo, it's the entrance, how to go inside. The second one is the staircase. And it was actually a cave before. Now actually some cementing work is all done. But it's exactly the place where Jiva Goswami, when he was chastised by Rupa Goswami, he came here and then stayed here. It was actually a crocodile a pit hole. He stayed here. And then later, Sanatana Goswami came here searching for Jiva Goswami, and then seeing that he is fasting for many days, then actually he gave his mercy, and then he told to Rupa Goswami, you have to give Jiva Doya to Jiva Goswami. You have to be more compassionate. So that place is also there. So here actually Sanatana Goswami met Jiva Goswami here at this place. And we all know that when Rupa Goswami was writing transcendental literatures, Radharani came there and then put her sari veil above the head of Rupa Goswami. When Sanatana Goswami saw that, he told that we are meant to do service to Radha Krishna, better we should not take service from them. So it was his instruction. And also in his old age, when Sanatana Goswami, when you would have gone to Govardhan taking darshan of Manasi Ganga, there is a temple called as the Chakleshwar Mahadev. There is a Bhajan Kutir of Sanatana Goswami. He used to circumambulate Govardhan hill, but Lord Krishna was very merciful, saying that in this old age you should not circumambulate. And then immediately he stood in a rock. Then he played with this irresistible flute, and then the stone started to melt. And then he immediately gave that stone with his lotus footprint to Sanatana Goswami, saying that you just circumambulate this Govardhan Sila, and you will get the same benefit. Because he was determined that I have to circumambulate Govardhan Sila. That's my devotional vow. So Krishna reciprocated. And that Sila is also kept at Radha Damodar temple. And this is the famous temple. We all know that Madan Mohan temple. Because the instruction given to the Goswamis is to excavate the temple and then to compile bhakti literatures. So here Madan Mohan temple was the first temple to get established. Then Radha Govindji, Radha Gopinathji, Radha Damodar, Radha Raman, Gokulananda, Shyam Sundar, Bankim, Bihari temple, Radha Vallabh temple. Many temples came after this temple Madan Mohan was constructed. And we all know that Madan Mohan, he was playing at the house of Purushottam Chaube. Sanatana Goswami went for begging alms. He wanted to worship the deity, and the dream of Purushottam Chaube, the deity, instructed him to give him hand over to Sanatana Goswami. The next day, we all know that how Sanatana Goswami went. The deity actually jumped from the altar, coming and then holding the hands of Sanatana Goswami. Then Sanatana Goswami saying that I am the renounced person. How can I feed you? No, no. If I live, I will live only with you. And then we all know how lovingly Sanatana Goswami got reciprocated with the Sanatana Goswami. A nice temple was also built through one devotee, Krishnadas Kapoor, when his boat was stuck. And it was a nice reciprocation. So here also we can see how the deity got manifested by the devotion of Sanatana Goswami. That's the key aspect. This is actually, then after the Mughal Empire attack, the original deity was shifted to Jaipur. And the Jaipur princess, when she got married, she wanted to take this deity as a dowry to Karoli. But the king on his own couldn't hand over this deity because it's actually the property of the kingdom. Then in consultation with the ministers, we all know that there was a test given to the princess because she was so much attached to this Radha Madan Mohan. So they made a replica of 6 Madan Mohan deity, the original deity plus 6, because at that time actually in Jaipur they were very expert in sculpture. So how actually the original Madan Mohan was there, they made a similar deity. No one could even find a little bit of difference. And then there was a test. There will be 7 deity, 1 original and the 6 replica, and you can take. If actually the Lord wants, let him come to you. So in the night, actually, she was crying, and in the dream told that I will give you a signal, don't worry. Then actually she was blindfolded. And then when she was touching each deity, when she came in contact with the original deity, actually the original deity, he raised his finger that everyone saw. And then they came to the conclusion, oh, the deity is also very attached to the princess. Then actually they gave it as a dowry. Then the deity was shifted from Jaipur to Karoli. So Karoli, we can see the Madan Mohan deity. But anyhow, whether it's from Purushottam Chaube or Sanatan Goswami or to the princess of Jaipur, the deity goes only to those who are devoted. So devotion conquers the heart of the Supreme Lord. And also the Samadhi Mandir of Sanatan Goswami is also in the courtyard of Radha Madan Mohan temple. We have to worship in order to get his mercy. Chakleshwar Mahadev, and also we can see the Samadhi Mandir of Sanatan Goswami. Here when Sanatana Goswami was writing a literature, actually there was mosquito problem. So when he wanted to quit this place, Shiva came here and ordered him that you should not go out. And he ensured that there was no mosquito by giving instruction to the king of the mosquitoes. So we can see how Lord Shiva is also very, very intimately related to all Vaishnavas. And there is a place called as the Raman Reti. You all know the sand, fine ground. When devotees go there, they used to play there. When Sanatan Goswami was there, he also had a bhajan kutir there at Gokul. Raman Reti is near Gokul. There actually a small boy was climbing the tree and then jumping, climbing the tree and jumping. He was just mesmerized by the beauty of the boy. He then followed the boy. Then he entered into the Gokul temple and then disappeared. Then Sanatan Goswami understood that, oh, he is none other than Krishna. But anyhow, such attraction comes only when they have loving devotional sentiments. So Sanatan Goswami had many bhajan kutir. He used to stay at Tek Kadamba, at Gokul, at Chakleshwar Mahadev, at Vrindavan, like many places. He was very, very intimately and closely related to Vrajavasis. They considered Sanatan Goswami as their family member. That's why the Guru Purnima, especially the disappearance of Sanatan Goswami, is celebrated very vastly, elaborately at Vrindavan. So many peoples in lakhs, they flock in order to get the mercy of Sanatan Goswami. So actually, the Bhakti Sakti flows only through the devotional heart of such stalwart Vaishnavas. They have pure love for Krishna. And when we come in contact with them by following their instruction, by hearing their glories, they have descended here only to shower their mercy upon all of us. So we'll pray to our Sambandha Acharya Sanatan Goswami. Our deep connection with Supreme Lord Krishna gets firmly connected. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna. With this, I end. If I have any comments, realization, you are free to ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Go ahead, Anita Mataji. So wonderful. Thank you so much for this wonderful tour. It's just amazing to see all the glorious pastime places and the glories of our acharyas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, very nice, very, very, as Mataji said, it was very nice to hear all the glories of all the acharyas and very nice to see their birthplace and the pastimes also, whatever you narrated, it was so wonderful. Of course, yeah, whenever we hear the pastimes of the Lord, it never satiates, right? So we say that mundane things, whatever we read or whatever we see, one or two times, that's it. Otherwise, I mean, after that, it will get bored. But the pastimes of the Lord, it never satiates. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for again and again sharing all these pastimes in all these places with us. And one day, I will also be there with you to for the tour. Means now we are seeing the virtual tour. So one day, we all of us will be with you there physically with to see all these places. So please bless us, Prabhuji, for that also. Every time you come. Of course, we wish to come with you. Means we have this desire to come with you for the tour. So hopefully one day it happens. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dear devotees, any questions or realizations, please go ahead. Prabhuji, initially you said Shivananda Saint's wife name. What is that, Prabhuji, you said?
Bindumati. Bindumati. Bindumati Gopi.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I had a question on, so you showed us pictures of the three deities carved by Nityananda Prabhu's son. And why do they also, one of them was worshipped by, okay, let me get the name right, Srinath Prabhu?
Srinath Pandit, yes.
Srinath Pandit, okay. And any reason, specific reason why they all wear a watch? Like Gopinathji or?
Any specific reason why they were?
They all wear a watch like Gopinathji, or is there something?
Yeah, one devotee, Radha Vallabhji, he used to wear watch. He is very punctual. Punctual in the sense, Bhoga has to come at the right time, and everything should be punctual. Like the sun rises at the correct time, the devotees have to be punctual in their seva. So one deity, Radha Vallabhji at Sarampur, he used to wear watch. It's nice, no? Actually, even the modern days, actually, people used to wear cooling glass watches for fashion, but style, fashion, everything comes only from the Supreme Lord. And the time factor is also Supreme Lord. And beyond time factor is also Supreme Lord. He is the controller of all time. So it's a pastime that he wears watches. Anyhow, it's also the desire of the devotees to make him wear watch. Supreme Lord accepts. That's all we can say.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that. And who is that Srinath Pandit you said, Prabhu? Sorry, I missed.
He was the guru of Kavi Karnapur, the spiritual master of Kavi Karnapur.
Pandit. Okay, fine.
Okay, with
Yes.
this we can end this session.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice pastime about the princess also you said, right? Lastly. So the deity of Radha Madan Mohan was with Sanatana Goswami, right? And then it went to, who's that? Purushottam Chobe. No.
So actually, no. The deity of Madan Mohan, it was worshipped by Advaita Acharya. Then it went to Purushottam Chaube. Then
Okay.
came to Sanatana Goswami. Then to the princess of Jaipur. And now public darshan to all the devotees at Karoli. So past.
Okay, fine. So Advaita Acharya, it goes like this. Advaita Acharya, then Sanatana Goswami, Purushottam Chobe, and the princess. Okay,
No.
thank you so much.
Advaita Acharya, Purushottam
Then
Chaube,
Purushottam
Purushottam
Goswami,
Chobe, okay.
then
Fine,
princess
fine.
of Jaipur.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful pastimes and very nice pictures and yatra, very beautiful yatra, Prabhuji. You are like our Shivananda Sen, who arranges all the yatra
Yes.
party and everything.
Hari.
Yes, Prabhu. Very rightly said, Mataji.
All of you, please raise your hand and bless me.
We'll raise our hand to come with you, Prabhuji.
Yes, we want to come with you
Yes.
for yatra.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mataji.
you so much, Prabhuji. We can end now.
Yes.
Yes.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय जीवना गौरहरि प्रभु जी की
जय।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Gauranga.
Thank you so much.